Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the SUPES channel. My name is Matthew Ramos, and on this channel I aim to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, my voice is finally starting to come back after one of the craziest weekends of my life, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how this past weekend was the most transformative and just the best weekend I've ever had in my life, and why it was so just game-changing for myself and why it's game-changing for SUPES moving forward. But right before we get into the crazy stories I have to share, guys, make sure to stay to the end of the video for giveaway details, as I'm giving away a PlayStation 4 in December. And without further ado, let me just start talking about just the greatest, most transformative weekend of my life and how moving forward, a lot of things in SUPES are going to change. So for those of you guys that were wondering why I took a couple of days off of social media, I took like a 5-day upload break off of YouTube. I wasn't really posting on my Instagram for a good 4 days, and I was just taking a 4 to 5 day break completely off of social media. And this is because I was attending Unleash the Power Within, an event by Tony Robbins, who, for those of you who don't know who he is the #1 life strategist in the world. He is basically a life coach who coaches the greatest celebrities, the greatest athletes of our time, such as Serena Williams and just the most successful people of our time. This man is the one who coaches those people. So I attended this event with just so much excitement because, for those of you who don't know, my journey towards personal development and just continuing to grow myself and pursuing the life of entrepreneurship, a life of freedom, a life that doesn't have any limits, that whole journey started because of my love for Tony Robbins. So my freshman year, 9th grade, I'm going into high school. There's a bunch of new students coming into my school, and there was this one girl that came into my school, and she was just absolutely the most beautiful, most gorgeous girl I've ever seen in my life. And I just began to grow just this massive crush on this girl. But I've never been able to talk to girls just like that. Like I'm bad at talking to girls. So I searched up relationship advice on YouTube. I'm sure some of you guys watching this video have related to this in the past before, but I'm bad at talking to girls. I'm awkward, so I just searched up this video, relationship advice, and this video pops up, and it's a video by this guy named Tony Robbins. So whatever, it was the first video on YouTube, so I click on it, and the things that he said in that video were so impactful and so intelligent that from that video I just clicked onto the next video and the next video and the next video, and I went from learning about relationship advice to learning about financial freedom to learning about physical mastery, emotional mastery, and life mastery as a whole. And from then on, I just found a growing passion for personal development, just getting myself to the next level every day. And from then on, I just had an addiction for progress. And this is something we can all relate to, because just having that feeling that we are better today than we were yesterday, that's the best feeling in the world. And I just became addicted to that every single day. So I fell in love with Tony Robbins, someone like Gary Vee, Tai Lopez, and just all of these very successful entrepreneurs that came up from nothing. And I was just obsessed with the idea of someone who grows up in the worst circumstances and rising and completely mastering life, so to the point where they could do whatever they want. Anything that comes to their mind, they can create and bring into a reality. So I just completely fell in love with that whole industry, and I continue to pursue it, and it led to me finding my passion, it led to me turning my passion for superheroes into a lifestyle. And that's where I started SUPES. I would have never started SUPES if I didn't have the knowledge behind growing a brand, turning a passion into a lifestyle. I would have never started SUPES if I didn't have that knowledge behind it, because I never would have thought it was possible to be able to talk about superheroes and make money, create a lifestyle doing this. So as I continue to follow Tony Robbins and all of these very influential people that just knew so much about life mastery, my sophomore year of high school, I was living at my grandma's house at the time, and I just invested $550 just out of my wallet, out of my underwear money, just all of the money I could just scrap up. And I just took that and I just invested it into myself. And I spent $500 to an event that was 18 plus, because legally you have to be 18 years old to start your own business. So it was an 18 plus event. And at the time I was 16 years old. So my game plan was to just use my dad's information for this event and then just grow out the most sorry mustache I could possibly grow out. And you know, I grew out the mustache and it was the most sorriest thing I've ever seen in my life. It literally looked like a dead caterpillar just sitting above my upper lip. But whatever, I got to that event and I was able to sneak in, and you know, without any issues, I was able to see Gary Vee, you know, a couple of guys, Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank, who's a very knowledgeable businessman, and the main event, Tony Robbins. And from seeing him from the videos that I watched to experiencing his event, his activities, his exercises, his teachings in person, it was a completely different experience. And it's something that I can't really relate to you as to how impactful it is, because you just have to experience it yourself. But anyways, seeing him my sophomore year, just investing $550, it was worth every single damn penny, because I got to saw these people, and my passion, my knowledge just grew so much, and I got so much clarity as to what I want to do with my life. So then moving forward, I started this brand called The Black Sheep. And the brand was basically, you know, pertaining to my story. My story, I was born differently. And what I want to inspire people to do is to use what makes them different, to make a difference. So I started The Black Sheep because black sheep are, you know, they're different. They're not the original white sheep we're used to seeing. So that just became a symbol for me. And I started a brand called The Black Sheep. But unfortunately, as I continue to pursue this brand, you know, I was trying to give so much value, yet I found myself not feeling fulfillment for what I was bringing to the table. You know, I was giving value, I was giving out about a lot of motivational quotes, a lot of motivational lessons that I was carrying over from these successful icons that I idolize. But I didn't take those teachings and apply it to myself to a level where I can sustainably live off of doing what I love. So then I just took a step back and I was like, what do I really love? What lights me on fire every single day of my life? What is something that I cannot stop thinking about? And that is superheroes. That's always been the case since day one. Since before I could even walk, I loved superheroes. So I took superheroes and I used the knowledge that I gained from my failure of the Black Sheep. I used the knowledge that I gained from all of these successful individuals, and I transitioned it over into SUPES. And with SUPES, I was able to grow my brand at a pretty successful level in its first year. I was able to collaborate with a bunch of different really successful creators, and now my brand SUPES is at a level that, you know, it's inexplainable about the success that I'm reaching with SUPES, because it's something that I've been dreaming for such a long time, and it's slowly turning into reality. And that's what this whole process has been about for me, turning my dreams into reality. And even for a bunch of video ideas that I visualized for months before I even get to shoot these videos, just seeing them in my dreams, visualizing them every single day of my life, and then bringing them to reality so like that you guys can see them as well. It's the best feeling in the world. And that's something that I've taken from the beginning of SUPES and just continued over and over. Visualize, create. And it's something that has taken SUPES to the next level. And this weekend at UPW, which was a 4-day event, it was literally like from 8 in the morning all the way to like 11 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night. Like, just, it was 4 days just all in, completely fully immersed in this event. And from beginning to end, I just learned so much more than I could possibly imagine about not only just the way we control our thoughts, the way we control our body. And it's crazy to me how we're all just so close to reaching the level of success we strive to achieve. Yet it's the small things that really create that huge gap between from where we are and where we want to be. So at this event, I just learned so much. And the reason I was able to come to this event in the first place is because I met the team behind Tony Robbins in my skydiving video on my birthday. What are the odds that happens? What are the odds that I meet the team behind the guy that grew my love for personal development from the moment I started this whole journey? It truly felt like this was destined to happen. This was destiny for me to go to this event, for me to make these changes so like that I can become something else. So like that I could take SUPES to the next level. And that's exactly what it was. I have a couple of people I want to thank in this video right now, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have been able to attend this event. And this is the blonde, most energetic woman you guys saw in the video, but I've grown so close to her and the rest of the team behind Tony Robbins. And this is Carissa Kuchis, guys. Her, Brian, George, Demario, Kyle, all of the links to all of their social medias will be down linked in the description below, and you guys can check them out because they provide so much value to the table, yet they don't have that social media following to really just make a massive impact. But I have a pretty big social media following too, and I want to be able to shed some light on people that are making the world a better place. So make sure to go check out all of their contents. Links will be in the description below, because these are the people that really changed my life and made such an imprint on my life that I'm willing to spend the rest of my life just giving back to a couple of these individuals. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be at this event. I wouldn't have been able to go to this event. And the fact that they just made things happen in a way where my mom was able to attend alongside me, it means the world to me, which is why I just want to spend the rest of my life just giving back to you guys and definitely giving back to those individuals. So whatever, we met them in the skydiving video, met them at the skydiving center, and from then on it was just back and forth texting. I grew super close to them. We got to meet up a couple times, and then boom, we get to this event and life was never the same. And when I say life was never the same, I mean on the first day, I walked across fire. I mean, if that's not superhuman, I don't know what is. But this is something I want to really tackle on and emphasize on my channel moving forward, because when we are put in a certain state of mind, a peak state is what it's called, we can do superhuman things. We can become our superhuman selves. And that's what I feel like I am right now. I feel like I have powers in a sense. And when you're put in a state of mind where you can defy, biology, you can defy the laws of physics, walking across hot 32,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hot, just steaming charcoal rocks that are just burning fire. You guys can see a picture of this on the screen of how hot this platform was, and you don't have a burn on any of your feet. That's superhuman. There's no other words to describe that. And the fact that I was able to do that on the first day, that just set the tone for what was to come for the rest of the 3 days, for the rest of the weekend. And the rest of the weekend, I was just able to isolate my limiting beliefs that have been holding me back personally. To be honest, because I'm so young and I'm really pursuing the business behind SUPES and the brand behind SUPES and trying to grow this thing as best as I can, I just felt like I was too young and too inexperienced to really grow to the level that I want to grow this to. And then another limiting belief, I'm gonna tell you guys all of this right now because I'm willing to expose myself to you guys, so like that you guys know the truth. Like I'm very open with you guys because I trust you guys a lot, and I love you guys so much that I've gotten to the point where it's like, dude, I'm giving away 5 SUPES shirts right now. Like if you want one of these SUPES shirts, leave a heartfelt comment down below, and I'm gonna choose the most heartfelt 5 comments of let me know in the comment section down below what this channel means to you. And I just really want to see the impact I'm making on the world, and I'm gonna be picking the 5 best comments, and I'm gonna be giving away 5 SUPES shirts because if there's one thing I learned at this event, alongside the many things I learned in this event, is that the purpose of life is to give, and the person that gives the most is gonna receive the most in the most unbelievable ways. And that's something I learned from this event, and then forming my own connections in the past, where the day before I met the whole team behind Tony Robbins, the day before I went skydiving, I gave my check to one of my friends so like that she could be able to go and experience and have one of the best birthdays of her life. Now, that never turned out to be the case, but the fact that I was willing to give without expectation, it set me up, it set the table for me to be able to meet the team behind Tony Robbins and have one of the most transformative weekends of my life. So with now having just the center of my life, giving back to you guys as best as I can, I just want to be able to provide so much value, because I know that the more value I provide, the more I shall receive in terms of growing SUPES. And that's my ultimate goal, to grow SUPES to a level where I can create my own superheroes. So I'll get onto my goals for SUPES later on in this video, but again, at this weekend, I just isolated my 3 limiting beliefs, which was that I was too young and inexperienced, was that I'm gonna be successful, but I'm not gonna have any real relationships, and that I'm not gonna be as successful as I think I am, and I'm not gonna live up to the level of success that I'm striving to achieve. And those were my 3 limiting beliefs, but I isolated these limiting beliefs one by one, and I just did this process. It's called the Dickens process, where it's basically the same process that's used in that Christmas movie. I forgot what it's called, but it's the one with Ebenezer Scrooge, where he's just a grumpy old man and he's living life just pissed at everyone he comes in contact with, and then he meets these 3 ghosts that take him to his past, his present, and his future if he refuses to change. And if you really take your limiting beliefs and you isolate them as, what has this taken from you? How's these limiting beliefs? How have they affected you in your past? What are they affecting you in your present? What are they stopping you from achieving now in this very moment? And how is it going to affect your future if you let these limiting beliefs continue to harness your success and to harness your ambition to get to the next level? And when I really went through this process, it's called the Dickens process. I just isolated all my limiting beliefs and completely eliminated them. I got them from my brain. I said, this is fucking bullshit, and now I'm free, baby. And now I feel like I'm free, like there's nothing holding me back. When I just think of something, and when I just think that I want to do something, I do it. There's been plenty of times after I've done this thing where I just think of something and I'm like, dude, you don't even once. Let's go. Boom, like I'm ready, baby. And the best way I can describe when you're in this state of mind, the best way I can describe it is when something happens and you're just so energetic, something amazing happens to you and you feel like you can do anything. You feel like you can do a freaking backflip if you wanted to right now. And that's just the state of mind that I've been in for ever since this whole weekend. And now I'm just put in a different state of mind where my environment doesn't control me. I control my own state, and my state of mind I can control it within, just like this, within the snap of my fingers. So this weekend has truly just been the most educating, the most transformative, and just the best weekend of my life. And now moving forward to SUPES, I'm looking forward to achieve so many things. And I got so much clarity at this event as to where I want to take SUPES and how I want to take it to the next level. And what I want to do with SUPES to the next level is I want to get to the point where I have my own studio where I can create a set of my own versions of different heroes. And same way there's Marvel and DC, yeah, I want SUPES to be right alongside those other two companies. And I want to create my own versions of different heroes, catering to genetic differences, catering to those kids who have that super rare genetic disease that the 1% of the population has. Yeah, I want to create a single superhero catering to that 1%, so like that those kids can relate to those superheroes. Because guys, at the end of the day, the reason that we can connect to superheroes is because we relate to their problems. The reason Spider-Man is such a popular character is because anyone can relate to being a high school kid that just wants to live for something greater outside the lines of high school. He's such a relatable character, and the struggles behind the heroes we love is the reason that we're able to connect to them. But there's a lot of kids, there's a lot of minorities out there that they can't connect to a 6'2" white buff American such as Captain America. There's some kids that just can't connect to that. And that's why I think characters like Wonder Woman, Black Panther, Shang-Chi, that's why I think these characters are so important, because they're characters that so many different types of people can connect to. So moving forward, I just want to be able to isolate those characters and create different characters where kids can look up to them. Kids with genetic diseases, kids that are born differently, that are born with some rare genetic disease that no one else has, but they still struggle with. And I want them to be able to connect to those struggles with the heroes I create moving forward. So that's definitely something I'm going to pursue. Another thing I'm going to pursue moving forward with SUPES is I want to turn SUPES into the business that I know it could be. So I want to maximize all of the forms of income that I know I can bring to the table with SUPES. And I know that just by giving you guys everything I got, giving you guys the best videos I can possibly give you, I know that, by the grace of God, I'm going to be able to get the support from just being able to give everything I got. I'm gonna be able to get the support in return and be able to live a sustainable, profitable lifestyle just doing SUPES. And then my third and final goal that I really got so much clarity on as to this is something I need to do at this event. The third and final goal is that I want to do live seminars, live talks, because I have just so much knowledge that I want to be able to bring to people. I have so much value that I can bring to the table, to people in person, in live seminars. And I want to teach people, I want to show people how they can become the superhuman version of themselves. And I've been studying this type of value, this type of content, these types of activities and exercises, this industry for the past 4 years of my life. And now I'm ready to just get people to take that action, to take the initiative, to turn their passions into their lifestyle and take their life to the next level, to where they are free, whether it's financially, emotionally, physically, or all of the above. I want to teach people how to master their life in all of its aspects. And right now I'm not at the level where I'm not at the level of Tony Robbins, who's been studying this stuff for 40 plus years. But the fact that I'm so young and I have so much value I can bring to the table, I feel like a lot of people can get a lot out of it. So I want to be doing live seminars, if you will, where I can be able to impact people, whether it's one-on-one or just an entire audience of people that I can talk to, where I can make an impact, make a staple on their lives and change their actions, so like that they could be able to live the life they desire moving forward. So guys, another piece of action that I'm taking today is I'm gonna be bringing a new series to the SUPES channel. And this is a series that I'm very excited to be making. And I already have the first couple of videos set and ready to go, baby. But this series is gonna be called Inspires. And basically what the series is I'm gonna be taking superhero films and breaking down the inspirational lessons behind them. Because I feel that in every superhero film, and after just laying out the series and tackling on all the different types of superhero movies, in every single superhero movie there is something inspirational. There is a life lesson that we can take from that film and integrate into our daily lives. So I just want to take those movies and take those lessons and bring them to light, so like that you can benefit from the lessons that these movies teach you that you didn't really think of, that you didn't really catch the first time you watched these films. So I'm very excited to be making this series, and I'm just giving you a heads up because the first episode is coming very, very soon. And this is a series that I don't really care if it gets 10 views or 6 views, because if I could provide the value in these videos and change one person's life by sharing them a lesson from one of these classic superhero films, then this series was completely worth it. So this is usually I map out my content based on what you guys like, based on what gets the most views. But this isn't going to be the case with this series. This isn't going to be the case with this series, because at the end of the day, I want to bring the most value and I want to generate the biggest possibilities for impact in someone's life. And in order to do that, I'm bringing the series to the SUPES channel. It's going to be called Inspires, and I'm going to be tackling every single superhero film that has ever come out and be bringing to light the inspirational lessons behind those films. So guys, after the craziest, most transformative weekend of my life, I'm just ready to give back so much. I'm ready to give you everything I got. And before this event, I just thought, I'm already such a driven individual. I love what I do. I love SUPES. I love making videos for you guys. I love creating content. But I thought I was at my limits. Now I feel like I've tearing those limits open and I'm skyrocketing through the roof. And I'm just ready to give you guys the best version of me, to give you guys the best videos you want to see, and the videos you didn't know you wanted to see, but the videos that are gonna bring you the most value. And I'm ready to just bring all of that to the table. And if you're still watching this video, if you just take the time out of your day to watch my videos as a whole, I just have so much love for you guys. And that's why I'm giving away 5 SUPES shirts in this video. And get ready come Christmas season, because whoa, do I got stuff planned for you guys. But I'm giving away 5 SUPES shirts in this video. Again, you can enter this by just leaving a heartfelt comment of what this channel means to you, what I mean to you, in the comment section down below. Now, thank you guys for watching this video. I just wanted to give you a rundown as to how this weekend went, and I just felt that it was so important because it was so transformative for me and how it's going to transform SUPES moving forward. So thank you guys for watching this video. Now getting into giveaway details, guys. I'm giving away a PlayStation 4 in December. All you guys have to do to enter this giveaway is like this video, comment down below, and subscribe for an entry to winning a PlayStation 4. So there you guys have it. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and fuck man, I fucking love you. So I'll see you next time.